having lunch with Italian Sunday. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say, don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles. Not enough. These bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels. Don't even mumble.
I'm back to ballin'. I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene enough. We ain't playing past the trust. Ready turkeys.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Seahawks going up against the Buccaneers. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
First down, this is Rawls. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the ground, Rawls fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Wilson. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Rolls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rolls, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4th. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans. And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Ready? Easy.
Now Jameis on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Second down, the ball on the 2 here. 2nd and goal. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Herman Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. On second down, Rawls. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So out come the Bucs now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Evans in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Winston. This is intercepted. Picked off by Will Hill. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Ready, blue ready, flip, flip. Out, 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 out. Easy. Hot.
2nd down, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Trip. Ready. Blue way, flip. Tight dog. Easy. Show it. Where's that?
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards.
I know they have good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Burnett. And he's brought down after a good game. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side.
52's the fight, boy, 52.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Cut back to the left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
playing against a 3-4 up front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Herman Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. The point after now for Aguayo. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Wilson finding time. He's going to let this one go deep. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Ten yards to go on third. On third down, Wilson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure that...
Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And down to the 36-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They run with a fullback Nix. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't bring it down.
The weight room does work.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
3rd down now following the run. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the play clock's running down. Back now in Tampa. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Fighting through. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Bucs a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
4 down. Ready. Blue ready. Where we go? 52
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson surveying the field. He's going to look deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Easy. Kill. Ready, blue way, go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the window closes quickly. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
Easy. Ready. Mike 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Over the middle, Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard pass.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.